Chodesh Tov. It seems like the month of Tammuz has very little to look forward to. It's true, kids are getting out of school and they're going to camp and feeling a sense of freedom, but there are no Jewish holidays in this month. In fact, beginning on the 17th of the month, we begin a very intense mourning period for the Jewish people. But perhaps there is something in the message of Tammuz that we can take away. The Mishnah tells us that there are 5 tragedies that happened on the 17th of Tammuz. The first is that Moshe breaks the first pair of luchot. It says in Shemot that Moshe is up on Har Sinai and he's conversing with God, and all of a sudden Hashem tells him, Lech reid ki shechet amcha. Go down because your nation, not Hashem's nation, has built this golden calf. And there's a question that's asked that if Hashem has to tell Moshe to go down to the people, why not tell them before they commit the sin? Stop it while they're trying to get out, where Aaron is trying to stop the people, slow it down. Send Moshe down at that point. Why wait? So Rabbi Eliyahu Kitov has one possible suggestion. What he says is that by waiting, Hashem actually opens the possibility for tshuva for future generations. If you think about it, the nation at this time is on the highest level that they can be, and yet they fall, and they fall very, very far. But they're able to pick themselves back up. So how much more so can we take that lesson and apply it for ourselves? The Haftorah in Parshat Maseh, which is one of the 3 Haftorot that we read of the Haftorah of destruction after the 17th of Tammuz, also echoes this idea. Yirmiyahu is talking about criticizing not just the people, but also their leaders, and he says the following, HaKohanim lo amru ayeh Hashem, v'tovsei HaTorah lo yad'uni. This word Tofsei HaTorah is a very strange phrase, and so the Mefarshim all kind of struggle with what it means, and some of them suggest that Tofsei HaTorah, the catchers of Torah, mean the educators. If we look back in Parshat Maseh, it says the same exact phraseology of Tosei. What does it say? V'chatzita el atam elakoach bein Tofsei HaMilchama hayotzim latzava ubein ha'edah. So as opposed to saying Tofsei HaTorah, it says Tofsei HaMilchama, these catchers of war. And so what's this pasuk talking about? It's saying that those who conquer war have to split the spoils with those who stay back. So what's Yirmiyahu doing here? Why is he drawing our attention to Tofsei HaMilchama when he's talking about leaders? Perhaps we can say that the Tofsei HaTorah in this situation were like Tofsei HaMilchama. They conquered the Torah. But as opposed to the directive that we get in the Parsha, where you have to split the spoils with the people who stay back, these leaders kept the Torah for themselves. They didn't allow their students to struggle. They didn't allow their students to go through their own process of being able to take ownership of the Torah. And so there lied the problem. There was the challenge that they had about feeling close to God. If Moshe had come down, Bnei Yisrael would not have been able to have their own process of going through tshuva. Perhaps our job in Tammuz is to go through our own process of owning this destruction, of owning our role in the fact that we're still in Galut. There's a very nice tradition with the Sfardim that they actually continue 2 psukim after where the Ashkenazim finish in this Haftorah. And what do they say? In tapshuv Yisrael ne'um Hashem elai tashuv ve'im tasir shekutzecha mipnei ve'lo tanud ve'nishpati chai Hashem be'emet be'mishpat u'b'tzedakah ve'tevarchu bo goyim bo yitalalu. No matter how total the destruction seems, no matter how much we think there's nothing to look forward to, there is always room for us to repair our relationship with God. And that's the message of Tammuz that we're trying to internalize. And Bezrat Hashem, in this period, we should be able to see not just this ownership of the destruction, but also the beginning of these processes of tshuva.